again. Today I'm going to show you some leg and hips contact move. Today I'm happy to introduce you to those moves because they are easy to get. They teach you how to use step by step your leg also as a path for contact rule on your body. They have like also a nice brake effect because you can change direction quite easy, and they're really simple to learn. So let's get started. In this tutorial we'll have 3 sections. First I will show you some brake, some rolls, how to combine together, then also how to enter this movement from the movement behind the back. Let's start by the brake around the hips. It's probably one of the easiest. The first move we're gonna do is simply this movement. Maybe you already learned it in one of my previous tutorials, otherwise it's quite easy. The center is around 20 centimeters in front of me, and I'm simply going from the side, bringing the center to my belly button, then go to the other side. This is a pretty simple move, and what we're gonna do is to go from there, and now instead of being on my belly button, I'm at the junction, I'm around my pelvis here, so I'm around my hips level, and so closer to my leg. And what we're gonna do is then when I'm going from the right to the left, I'm gonna simply, after the center point went on the center here, I'm lifting my leg up, and like this I'm breaking the rotation and I can push back to the other side. So for that you really need to lift your leg up. You see, again, I'm not a ballerina, I can't put my leg up there, but this is enough to break it, as you can see, and take it back. And this will be your first exercise, and of course both legs. You can see I could also work on this one. It's not too complicated, but it feels great. There's a bit of like sassy vibe in this trick, but it's something I like to use also to break a bit the dynamic I have in my flow, my spin, and there's quite some power in that movement, and it's quite simple. So, work on this one, and try to always catch it back. For the moment, we just want a break. Reminder, you don't need to go too fast on this one, and also, the lower you are with the staff, you see here on my hips level, not here, it will be easier to catch it with the leg. And try to point with the knee caps as much as you can up. You don't need to spread your leg in front. I'm not doing this, I'm just doing this. Okay. Now that we're done with the break, we can try with the roll. We're gonna still use that motion as the beginning, but here, instead of bringing the center to in the center of our hips, we're gonna bring the center and check at the beginning of the thigh here, and simply bring our leg up. Then we go for a really short leg roll from the hips to the knee. And you can see then there is this circular motion, like if we do forearm roll, this is the same. So you can already have your other hand ready to catch, and you want to try to at least get it till the end of the knee. That will be perfect, right? Up. And don't put too much force here. I'm simply coming here at the beginning of my thigh and let it roll. And the circular motion comes from the fact that we are doing this motion. If I would be here, I could also just let it roll straight. You can also work a bit on that. It's a motion, and you're gonna probably really go on for the moment, but you can try also. And here, because we have a circular motion, you can also bring your knee quite a little bit to the side. Gives maybe a bit of this French Concorde vibe, but I really like. I think quite elegant, and it feels really nice to go from one side to another like this. So again, be clear where you place it, don't put too much strength, just let it roll and catch it. And just on the side, up. Not too complicated, but really nice move. Now then we manage to have one, the break, two, we are able to roll, let's combine both. So the idea here is to go first to the break, but now if you can see, the center when we are breaking is actually on the beginning of our thigh, so we can just let it roll. And so we can combine both motion together. It's a bit more tricky, but doable. Sometimes it's gonna go a bit to the side, it's okay. Just try to keep your leg up, not too high, but at least the more horizontal you are, the easier the roll gonna be. And if you are like this, it's gonna roll too fast. So you go from the break, then you kind of give direction to your leg there. Yeah, two tips here. First, don't give too much power, either with how you toss the stuff at the beginning or with the break of your leg, because here we are mainly used to push it back that direction. Here you just want to simply do the break, push a little bit, but just enough then you have the circular motion to go to the side, not more. So if you experience some trouble with it, maybe try to adjust this. Second tip, look at the stuff. Don't try to just feel it. Look what's happening here, because you will balance better your stuff if you look at it. And this tip is valuable anytime. No matter your level, no matter if you're beginner, intermediate, advanced, no matter, look at the stuff, you will do it better. Okay, now we start to be good at using our leg. I want to offer you a nice entry, then I like to go into this movement. It has a visual effect and also like feeling wise I really like it, is to enter this movement from the back. Okay. So how to access to the back? If you didn't learn any of the horizontal spin move, then I'm showing you some other tutorial. I advise to go there, especially the last one was this one, because it's about going behind the back and it can be actually really nice moves to combine together. If not, we are basically coming here. I'm opening to the side, my thumb is facing in that direction. Then I'm twisting my hand, and now my thumb is facing that direction and my palm facing the sky. So I'm basically like this with my hand. And what you want to try to do is to go as far as you can to the side of your hips. Now we are not all flexible in the same way. Me, as you can see, I can almost reach in front on both sides. It's not the case for everyone. If it's not the case, and if you get stuck, don't give up here. What we're gonna simply do is to go off center. Because if you go off center, the idea is to come and place the center here. Look, if now I have my hand 10 centimeters out of the center, I can place it there. There's still a way to play with this. So, and actually, if you go off center, it's just easier to access them. So even for people really flexible, I would advise to go slightly off center and then place the stuff. How to go off center? This is something more you're gonna play with the stick, more you're gonna get comfortable with this idea. Then when you are spinning, you can at any moment switch a bit by letting loose your grip, and from being on the center, you actually end up off center, because if you do it in purpose, you don't lose so much control. So this is how to enter one side or another. You can also maybe stretch a bit before, and now I'm going to show you two moves that we can do from there. First move will be to open to the side, going around our hips, and now we go for the roll. And I really like this one because it's really visually really nice, and we keep the roll, and we can really keep on that level. It's quite nice. Or second move, we're gonna try to reach a bit further because now we want the center to be around the center of our hips here, and we change direction by doing the break. Or break and roll. So everything we learned before, we can definitely include it now there. It just have like a really nice visual effect to not come from just from front, but from behind the back. And this is it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy this introduction to hips and leg contact moves. Before I leave you, I will show you some entry and how you can go there depending what you already know in contact, what you already learned from previous tutorial. But like always, I welcome any kind of feedback in the comment, positive, negative. Let me know how do you enjoy this tutorial, and see you in the next one.